Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of your Frederichcast. My name's Gary, and here I am once again, or for the last time in 2024. Do not worry. Welcome aboard, my friends. It's a big and gigantic pleasure having you guys around, you ladies and gentlemen, around with me. And it has been a enormous pleasure having your lovely company during this year. This is 2024's last episode. So, of course, we're going to talk about the year that has just gone by. How has it been? How has it been for you? 2024. Was it a good year? Did you manage to accomplish your resolutions, the resolutions you made, or the ones that you had before the year started? Tell me all of this. Don't hide anything. Yeah. Of course, I will have to bring the priceless help of my buddy, my good old friend, not so old, but friend, ChatGPT, with a few curiosities concerning the New Year celebrations, and even the concept of year. Like, what is it that we consider like a year starting? What does it exactly mean, right? Physically, of course, in terms of astronomy, and of course traditionally, what it all represents to people in different countries and different places, and consequently different cultures. So yeah, I'm getting quite ahead of myself, just as usual. So why don't you just go grab a cup of coffee, tea, beer, Gatorade, whatever it takes for you to relax and join me, because this is certainly a time to celebrate. This is certainly a time to practice English, first of all. Isn't it our main purpose here? Yeah, of course it is. So let's just do it. Come on. As I said on the Christmas episode, the one before this one, my memory is still quite good to remember that exactly a year ago, I went over and mentioned my personal stories, my impressions, my experience with my personal opinions, of course, with the New Year celebration. And it's a very pretty interesting episode. So I totally suggest you should stop this one and go back there and play it and have fun. I told some funny stories, funny today, but they were not a year when they happened back in the days. But yeah, today I would like to just be more generic. Why not? And of course, ask you if there is a comments section below here. This that you can add your opinion. Just go for it. I'm really glad. I'm really eager to read it, to see it. That's great. That's an amazing opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, that we all can celebrate. Maybe not you and I specifically, unless we bump at each other in the streets. If that's the case, just stop by and say hi. It's gonna be a pleasure. But most of all, between you, me, and our respectively our respective family and friends, right? So try not to lose the opportunity of talking to people you love. Ask them how do they feel about 2024, about the year that is about to be over. I'm not quite sure when this episode's going to be uploaded, but I'm recording this more or less 2 weeks before the end of the year. So, well, so far it has been a okay year for me, I would say. For a lot of people, it hasn't, but it's hard to tell because everyone has got a different perspective. Everyone has got a different structure, different life. Why not? So that some years definitely go better or go good for some people and horrible for others, and vice versa, right? So it's been a good year for me. I'm really, really happy, proud of the things I've accomplished this year. I'm really, really eager to accomplish even more things in 2025. Although I'm not the kind of person who appreciates the so-called New Year's resolutions, because it takes away the mystery of the thing that is fighting for your dreams no matter what. There must not be divisions. There must not be calendar when it comes to the things you want for you. And I understand the beginning of the year works like a magical period in terms of people feeling more energized. Why not, for lack of a better word, to do things they want to, and that's great. I'm not gonna say anything against it. And I use that. There are some. I kind of save some smaller resolutions for the beginning of the year. But what I'm trying to say here is that I do not allow myself to go like put all my resolutions, all the things I want to do in the new year. For example, right now we're 2 weeks ahead. If I really want to do something, why don't I start it right now? Why don't I start it right now, right away? Why do I have to wait 2 weeks? If I can wait 2 weeks without doing something I want to do next year, it means I'll probably not do it. I'm probably I'm not gonna do it probably. Of course, there are some exceptions, things that you definitely cannot do right now. You can only start doing, literally, you can only start doing in 2025. Not things that you think you cannot do this year. Those are completely opposite things, completely different things. So that's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, if it works for you, go for it. But yeah, I'm really I really believe 2025 is going to be better than 2024. I'm working as much as I can, as well as I can, I would say, as diligently as I can, and I will be able to, in order to deliver that to my family and of course to me too, right? And to you guys, obviously. But that's it. That's my quick comments. I would like to read a few curious facts about New Year's, the New Year's celebration in general, that I really, really bet you don't know. Most of them will be completely new to you. Do you believe it? So come with me. Curiosity number 1. I forgot to say, it's a courtesy by ChatGPT. Yeah. The oldest recorded celebration. When was the oldest recorded celebration, New Year's celebration ever? Well, according to ChatGPT, the earliest recorded New Year's celebration dates back to Mesopotamia around 2000 BC. Okay, before Christ. The Babylonians marked the New Year in mid-March during the vernal equinox, celebrating the renewal of life in the planting season. Yeah, I knew people would understand the difference between and start. I knew people were already counting the years, according to the seasons, according to the movement of the sun and the moon and the stars. All right, but that I didn't really know. I didn't really see that coming, as my American friends would say. Like they were celebrating, in fact, in 2000 before Christ. Unbelievable. Really hard to believe. Curiosity number 2. January 1st became the standard. The adoption of January 1st as the start of the new year is credited to Julius Caesar in 45 before Christ, when he introduced the Julian calendar. This was to honor Janus, the Roman god of beginnings and transitions, often depicted with two faces, one looking forward and one looking backward. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Oh, I knew that. Everybody knows that. Not only me, but everybody knows that In the past, the year would not start in January. Okay, this is the reason why some people, lots of people, celebrate April's Fool Day. That is the 1st of April, because this, as everybody knows, as you probably already knew, was the beginning of the year. You know, if you look at the zodiac signs, we have Aries, the April's sign, so to say, as the first. Okay, so you could see that the calendar would start in April. You know, that was that was obvious when we look in the past, look to the past. But I didn't really know exactly. The reason why. Okay, I had read somewhere here and there, but it wasn't so clear to me. So it's interesting to have read this piece of information, although there's probably much more behind it. Curiosity number 3. This thing about the Roman god, the Janus Roman god, amazing. Curiosity number 3. Time zones and celebrations. The first major populated city to welcome the new year is Kirimati, Christmas Island in Kiribati. I hope I have pronounced that correctly, due to its position just west of the international date line. Conversely, the last regions to enter the new year are parts of American Samoa and Baker Island. I'll have to be honest with you guys, I absolutely have no idea where these places are, but it's interesting when we look to the fact that, take Australia, for example, like we're, having lunch, we're in the middle of the day, high noon, and we see in the news that the guys celebrating and cracking fireworks and champagne, because for them 24 hours or 12 hours in advance, I don't remember very well, but hours in advance, it's already the 1st of December, when here is only 31st of the 1st of January, when here is only 31st of December. So yeah, it's interesting, this thing of some places reach, quote unquote, reach the new year first, right? Anyways, that just shows us that this thing of new year and old year, it's just at the end of the day, of course, there's the physical, as I said at the very beginning of this episode, but at the end of the day, it's just a human convention, right? Yeah, it's important to be said. Fact number 4, and totally mind blower. Auld Lang Syne, the song traditionally sung at midnight. Auld Lang Syne originated in Scotland and was popularized by the poet Robert Burns in 1788. It is a call to remember old friendships and times past. You never heard that song? Yeah, I'm certain you have. In some American or English movie or show, you probably have already heard someone singing this.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot?
Yeah, I got it right. I guessed it right, didn't I? Of course. I remember that from Mr. Bean. If you haven't seen, I don't know if if you're into comedy, I recorded a whole episode about comedy. But there's the New Year's episode, which is hilarious, amazing. I totally recommend you watching it. And they sing that song during the New Year's Réveillon, the midnight celebration. So it's a older song than we could think of, right? Could predict somehow. Curiosity number 5, fireworks tradition. The tradition of using fireworks to celebrate New Year's comes from China, believe it or not, where they were invented. Yeah, the fireworks were invented in China. We all knew that. Fireworks are believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good luck for the coming year. Well, I do not really know if fireworks chase away the doozy spirits, but it's amazing. Certainly amazing. It brings It brings an amazing atmosphere of revival, of like, let's start over again. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I really love like I didn't used to in the past, but I really like it. I'm quite eager to see the fireworks up in the sky, meaning 2025 has just arrived. Curiosity number 6, New Year's resolutions. There they are. There they go again. This tradition has its roots in ancient Babylon, where people would make promises to their gods to return borrowed objects, and repay debts as part of the New Year celebration. Yeah, that explains a lot. That alone explains a lot. Curiosity number 7, cultural food traditions. Different cultures have symbolic New Year's foods. Grapes in Spain. Eating 12 grapes at midnight ensures good luck for each month of the coming year. Black-eyed peas and greens in the southern U.S. represent prosperity and wealth. Noodles in Japan and China. Eating long noodles symbolizes longevity. Wow, you probably didn't know that. I didn't. Curiosity number 8, jumping traditions. In Denmark, people leap off chairs at midnight to jump into the new year. That sounds like a dangerous activity. I don't know. I'm pretty sure lots of people have got hurt doing that. I would never do that. I'd rather the Brazilian version, which is in Brazil, those celebrating near the coast often jump over 7 waves while making a wish for each wave. I don't know if you know that, but this tradition has its roots in the African religions, right? Like Candomblé, like Umbanda, for example. Yeah. Curiosity number 9, first footing in Scotland. The Scottish tradition of first footing involves being the first person to enter a home after midnight, bringing symbolic gifts like coal for warmth, shortbread, or whiskey for good fortune. Well, those are really, really alien traditions to me. I had never heard about them. And I totally want to make them. And I totally want to do them this year. I'm going to import them to Brazil. Curiosity number 10, water throwing in Southeast Asia. In countries like Thailand and Myanmar, water is splashed or poured as part of a New Year celebration to wash away bad luck and cleanse for a fresh start. Interesting. 11, different calendars. Not all cultures celebrate New Year on January 1st. Chinese New Year falls between the late January and February, depending on the lunar calendar. Well, that's just crazy, right? All due respect to the Chinese people, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that it's crazy compared to our Western tradition. But that's it, guys. You guys probably know what you're doing. Don't you? Of course you do. Jewish New Year, called Rosh Hashanah, hope I pronounced it correctly, is in early autumn, in the fall. Islamic New Year shifts each year according to the lunar calendar, just like the Chinese. That's okay, that's great. Every culture celebrates the way they feel like is the right way to do it. Curiosity number 12, Times Square ball drop. The iconic Times Square ball drop in New York began in 1907. I repeat, 1907. So 120 years ago. Okay, 114 years ago. The original ball was made of wood and iron, weighed 700 pounds, and was lit with 100 incandescent bulbs. Wow, what a thing, huh? Yeah, Times Square, everyone knows that, even those who never step foot in New York, myself included. Nice to meet you. But it's a big tradition. It's a worldwide tradition due to New York's influence over almost the whole planet, right? And it's just beautiful. Let us all agree that it's a an amazing and beautiful, and congratulations to everyone involved in this, in the creation of this tradition. It's just great. All right, guys, this will be it for today's episode. This will be it for 2024. Again, thank you so very much for your lovely company. If that's your first time here, welcome aboard, not a problem. But if you've been around a few times before, let me just repeat, it's a big pleasure having you around. I really hope our podcast has been helping you out with your English skills, with your understanding, with you understanding what people say in spontaneous conversation. Of course, increasing your vocabulary, improving your pronunciation and everything. Thank you so very much for your amazing company today and in this year. And I see you in the next episode. I see you in 2025. Bye-bye.